A banker is calling police after this is happening in your bank account. Your bank account is showing activity that has triggered serious security alerts throughout the banking system. This is not a normal security check. What's happening in your account right now has forced senior banking officials to contact authorities immediately. The unusual patterns they've discovered cannot be explained by regular financial activity. Something is happening that requires immediate attention before it's too late. This situation affects you specifically. Your account has been flagged at the highest level of concern. What the banker discovered when reviewing your transactions has caused them to bypass standard protocols completely. The police are being called because what's happening cannot be handled through normal security measures. Your account stood out from thousands of others. The banking system's advanced monitoring tools detected anomalies that shouldn't be possible under normal circumstances. The banker who discovered this couldn't believe what they were seeing. They checked multiple times to make sure it wasn't a system error. It wasn't. What's happening is real. Have you noticed anything strange with your finances lately? Unexplained feelings of worry about money? Perhaps transactions you don't fully remember, or account balances that don't seem quite right. These feelings aren't random. They are your subconscious picking up on warning signs that something is wrong with your financial security. The banker who flagged your account has been tracking these patterns for weeks. They've watched as the situation developed into something they've never seen before in their entire banking career. Your financial instincts were right all along. Something unusual is definitely happening. What's happening in your account, right? How could impact your entire financial future? The next 24 hours are critical to protecting everything you've worked for. Every minute that passes allows this situation to develop further. The banker is racing against time to implement security measures before the authorities take control of your account completely. The bank's security team has assembled specifically to address what's happening with your finances. This level of response is reserved for only the most serious cases. You may have noticed unexplained charges pending on your account, perhaps emails about account changes you didn't request, security alerts that seem to appear for no reason. These were all early warning signs of what the banker has now confirmed. The system was trying to alert you before the situation reached this critical point. If action isn't taken immediately, your account could face restrictions that would freeze your access to your own money for weeks or even months. Like this video right now to activate our emergency financial protection system and shield your account from further exposure. The banker who contacted the police has discovered that your account shows signs of being targeted by a sophisticated financial scheme that's been developing for months. This isn't random. Your account was specifically selected. This operation has been building slowly to avoid detection. Small test transactions, account information requests, and security question attempts have been happening without triggering normal security protocols. What's happening connects directly to financial decisions made in your past. Accounts you've opened, services you've registered for, or financial platforms you've used have created a path that led to this moment. This situation explains the unexplained fees that might have appeared and disappeared from your statements, the account balance discrepancies that made you question your own memory, the feeling that something wasn't quite right with your banking app. Your financial future is hanging in the balance right now. In just hours, this situation could progress to a point where recovering your financial security becomes much more difficult. The banker reviewing your case can see the urgency clearly. They've taken the extraordinary step of elevating this directly to law enforcement rather than following standard protocols. Your account was identified because of specific characteristics that made it valuable to target. Your banking habits, account balance patterns, and security settings created an opportunity that couldn't be ignored. Right now you stand at the edge of a financial turning point. What happens in the next few hours will determine whether your financial identity remains secure or faces serious compromise. This revelation may be disturbing, but understanding the truth is the first step toward protecting yourself. Type secure in the comments now to strengthen the protective barrier around your financial information immediately. The banker who alerted authorities has identified clear signs of account infiltration that you may have missed. Random account logouts forcing you to reset passwords. Unexpected two-factor authentication requests. Transaction confirmations for purchases you don't remember making. You may have noticed your banking app behaving strangely. Slow loading times. When viewing certain transactions, categories of spending that don't add up correctly. These aren't software glitches, but signs of background activity happening without your knowledge. Your transaction history shows unusual patterns that only a trained financial security expert would notice. Microtransactions testing the waters. Identical amounts processed multiple times. These are the digital fingerprints of what's really happening. This operation is accelerating rapidly now. What began as subtle probing has developed into something much more concerning. The full security capabilities of the bank are being activated specifically for your situation. The banker who discovered this is working with the bank's top security team to isolate the unusual activity. Without their specialized knowledge, these signs would continue to go unnoticed until it was too late. You may have received strange text messages about account verification, emails confirming changes you didn't make, notifications about new devices accessing your account. These weren't random errors, but actual warnings of what was developing. This situation has been building toward a critical point that's now approaching rapidly. Years of financial data collection have led to this specific moment where your account stands vulnerable to what happens next. If you want to activate our premium financial protection system, you can give super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Each level increases the security measures we can implement to protect your financial information. This support allows us to deploy advanced monitoring tools that go beyond standard banking security protocols available to most customers. Your financial security is at risk. Type 911 now to receive our highest level of account protection immediately. The banker who contacted authorities says time is running out. The unusual activity in your account is accelerating with each passing hour. The window for securing your financial information is closing quickly. You need to prepare for what happens next. The banking system cannot maintain special monitoring of your account indefinitely. The extraordinary measures currently protecting your finances are temporary and will soon be replaced by standard protocols that may not be sufficient. This financial threat has been developing for months, waiting for the perfect moment to fully activate. That moment is approaching as security systems face their highest stress periods at month-end closing. You stand at a financial crossroads. What happens next will either secure your assets and personal information or leave them vulnerable to consequences that could follow you for years to come. Your account currently shows signs of heightened security tensions. Pending transactions may be processing slower than usual. Access to certain features may be limited. These are signs of protective measures, fighting against unauthorized activity. The banker who flagged your account continues to maintain direct oversight of your case. They understand the critical nature of what's happening and the potential consequences for your financial future. You may have experienced moments of unexplained financial anxiety recently, a nagging feeling about checking your accounts, concerns about your balance without knowing why. These weren't random worries, but your intuition detecting real threats. Nothing about your financial situation will be the same after today. How you understand banking security and your personal financial vulnerability will fundamentally change. Type 5555 now to receive instant financial clarity about the suspicious activity affecting your bank account. The banker who alerted authorities says this situation stems from financial activities in your past, accounts you created, services you signed up for, or platforms you've used have created a vulnerability that's now being exploited. The security team has uncovered a pattern of concern that stretches back months in your transaction history. Small, seemingly unrelated events that now form a clear picture when viewed together by financial security experts. What they've discovered contains both concerning facts and protective opportunities. Learning the truth may be uncomfortable, but this awareness is your first line of defense against what's happening. Take time today to review your recent financial statements carefully. Look for transactions you don't recognize, even small ones under $10. These tiny amounts often signal the beginning of larger, unauthorized activities. You may have dismissed the feeling of unease when checking your balance recently. A subtle worry when logging into your accounts. These feelings weren't paranoia, but legitimate warning signals your mind was sending. Pay special attention to forgotten accounts you rarely check. Old savings accounts, retail store cards, or rarely used credit lines. These neglected financial areas often become the first entry points for unauthorized activity. Your banking app and email notifications are critical communication channels now. Watch them closely for real-time updates about what's happening with your account security. The banker working on your case is removing obstacles that would normally slow down security responses. Their specialized access allows for protections that wouldn't be available through standard customer service channels. If you wish to maximize your financial protection, you can give super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Each contribution activates additional layers of our premium security monitoring for your accounts. These enhanced measures provide early warning systems that can detect suspicious activity patterns before they develop into serious threats to your financial stability. Type Protect now to strengthen the security shield being created around your financial accounts. The banker who contacted police says the critical moment has arrived. The suspicious activity in your account has reached its peak. Financial security. Systems are now fully engaged in addressing what they've discovered. You may feel a sense of financial anxiety that's stronger than normal, a heightened concern about your money and accounts. This is a natural response to the security situation currently surrounding your financial information. The banking security team has dedicated their top resources to this situation. What remains of your normal account access is operating under special protocols designed to minimize further risk. The truth about what's happening is about to be fully revealed. It stands ready to transform your understanding of digital banking security. Questions about recent account irregularities will finally make sense. When full security measures activate, you might notice your online banking access change temporarily. Certain features may be restricted. Transaction approvals may take longer. These are signs that protective systems are working properly. The banker who discovered this situation continues to maintain the security bridge between standard protocols and emergency measures. Without their intervention, the specialized protection your account is receiving would not be possible. The security team has fought through normal bureaucratic channels to reach this point. Through system limitations and standard procedures, they've created a special case designation for your situation. Their determination shows how seriously they're taking this threat. You stand at the edge of understanding the full scope of what's been happening. What comes next will change how you view online banking security. It will alter how you protect your finances moving forward in ways you haven't considered. Type Safeguard. Now to complete the emergency security protocol and receive the full protection against this banking threat. The banking security team confirms that emergency protocols have been initiated for your account. The suspicious activity has been identified and appropriate measures have been implemented. You may experience a range of emotions right now: concern, relief, perhaps even disbelief about how close you came to a serious financial incident. These feelings acknowledge the severity of what was discovered. Your account security status is now being monitored at an elevated level. Having addressed the immediate concerns, the banking team will maintain special oversight of your financial activity patterns. The knowledge you've gained about this situation now empowers you to maintain stronger financial security moving forward. You understand the warning signs to watch for. Type "confirmed" to verify you've received this critical financial security alert from Mint Signal GDSN.